Happy New Year.
Hello
Hi.
YouTube, it's Rich and Phil from Driftworks, and it's our first video of 2018.
Hope you had an amazing New Year and Christmas for those that celebrate.
And threw up everywhere at them.
Yeah, ow. You had a good New Year.
I don't
We know
remember
about
at all.
Shall we put up this picture?
No,
Shall we put this picture?
no. Censored.
Yeah.
Censored.
What was your drink of choice? I have heard.
I didn't have a drink of choice. I was given drinks.
Forced absinthe, I think, is.
It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Not even
Absinthe
funny.
crossed with what? Cognac?
Oh, can we talk about cars though?
Yeah.
So we could have done a fun and exciting video, but this is our first proper week back after the New Year break.
Yeah. So we're
Coming
really
to,
busy.
yeah,
and,
hundreds of orders and everything
in
else.
our mail order company. I know a lot of you don't realise that we actually have a business that somehow funds the cars and the stuff that we do. But yeah, so we've been really busy with that, and we just thought we'd have a little catch up and sort of bring you up to speed of some of our plans of 2018.
So subscribers will have been watching a lot of V10 videos going up, which I'd missed that car.
Yeah, me too. That's my old E46 M3 V10 converted. And it kind of comes up in discussion from time to time because it's been abandoned in the Nürburgring by its current owner for about 3.5 years, parked outside a tuner's garage that we know quite well. And I've just kind of been thinking, should I try and buy it back?
I think you should.
Should I try
Get it
and
in
buy
the
it
Heritage
back?
Collection.
I don't know, guys, should I try and buy it back? I know I want it.
I think the answer is
Yeah.
as obvious as raising my car.
Well, yeah. Well, it's one of those ones where it might not be quite that easy, but it's certainly in my interest.
That car is one of the cars that a lot of people know you for, but new Driftworks fans may not have seen, or may have only seen videos. And
Well, I sold it like 4.5 years ago, 5 years ago, something like that.
More than before I started it.
Yeah,
a while.
it was a while ago, but still a big BMW fan.
Yeah.
Ta-da! It's a similar kind of car.
I've had a few black BMWs over the years, black M3s, and now I've got an M2, which we've recently done some coilovers, HSD coilovers, prototype kit that we've just made, and we fitted some lovely. What are these?
These are Work M8R. So this is new for 2017 and 18.
Work M8R.
Mate R.
Mate R.
Yeah,
They're strong with wording in Japan.
Yeah.
And is the rear more concave than the
Yes.
front one? Oh yes, look at that. And now these are pretty cool. These look a lot like, kind of like the competition pack wheels, not CSL wheels.
Well, what I really liked about them is because they kind of look a bit OEM.
Yeah.
Which is a strange thing. Maybe I'm getting a bit old, but
no,
you know,
OEM
I think
Plus is where it's at. I'm telling you.
I think it kind of looks similar-ish to the 1M. I was obviously a bit disappointed that the M2 didn't come on proper motorsport style wheels, so I've made my own. It's got a carbon splitter on it as well.
We have done a video on this which will be coming out in the next few weeks, so it's a more detailed look into the stuff that you and Ross have done, fitting the coilovers and the tweaks and everything else.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, you ranted on the internet, not about this car, but for a few weeks you had an M4.
Yeah.
What are the differences? Because you weren't a fan of the M4 at all, were you?
No, the M2 is basically kind of similar size to an E46 M3. It's maybe slightly shorter, but the proportions are better. It's kind of more like a sports car. Yeah. The M4 and M3 have become grand touring cars, if you like.
Very much so.
They're the size of the M5s from the old era.
Yeah, no, they are, and they're wider.
Yeah, and
I'm
the
with you on
engine,
this, yeah.
the engine in the new M4s and M3s is an engineering masterpiece, but it's just like a bomb going off at about 2,000 RPM, and it just spins the wheels, and also it sounds like as well.
They don't have that. Well, obviously they're a complete different sort of thing now. Aren't they? It's not
turbos in BMWs was always going to be a questionable one for me because I'm always about the NA cars. A proper car should have a naturally aspirated engine. Yep. That's my opinion. You know, I might be wrong, but
so is this your first turbo car for a long time, other than the S15?
For a road car, yeah. Most of my stuff is NA.
Your fleet.
But yeah, I'm getting on quite well with it. It's got one of those wobbly stick things in the centre console.
Well, a wobbly stick.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at that.
You see here,
Not the iDrive.
wobbly stick thing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So that's been quite good fun, I've got to say. Having a manual car.
Again, first manual car for a long time, isn't it?
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Well, while we're talking about cars, what else is going on? Because it's 2018. We've got quite a lot of stuff going on, and we seem to have more projects than we ever have.
Yeah,
Well, that's your fault for employing a mechanic to do it all for you.
Yeah, it gives me great ideas, doesn't it, Ross? So, Ross is currently working on one of my great ideas, buy a van.
Hey Ross, what are you doing?
Now, I genuinely bought this when I was quite drunk. But it's ended up being like a bit more of a project than originally intended.
How long has it been going now? 6 months?
It did come over kind of okay.
Yeah, it's just,
in its format.
It was kind of okay, but
basically.
it could have almost. But yeah, it was a bit illegal with the tyres poking outside the arches. It was a bit stabby. On
Just
the
in
front,
terms
it
of
had
the
no front arches and stuff like that, and also it would have towed like crap. I mean, it is a secondary tow vehicle. Poor.
Just give us the spec on it very quickly.
What engine is it? Is it an LT1 engine?
He doesn't do anything now. He knows nothing.
I think it's
Basically a Caprice engine.
Yeah, it's a V8. It's a more modern V8. It has an OBD port and stuff like that.
Okay.
But basically, it's a kind of reliable, old school van. With modern technology in it, and we like to keep it looking a bit
Technically,
ratty
it's
and
our
shoddy.
most reliable vehicle this year.
Well, we haven't been anywhere in it yet.
It's not gone anywhere.
So yeah, we're just doing some final adjustments on ride height for this.
Should we have a very quick look around this before we move on?
We'll do a proper thing on this once it's finished. But I'm not currently happy with how it's sitting, so Ross is having to do hours and hours of work just to get me 5 mil on the back axle.
I don't know what that is.
Oh yeah, plasma cutters involved at this stage. So
I have no idea what that is. In my head, plasma is what's in your blood.
Oh right, okay.
Like, the little yellow stuff.
You want to know something?
Is it liquid?
Super dorky. I think of plasma and I think of Star Trek.
May the force be with you. So this is going through some wheel fitment, usual kind of debacle, usual Driftworks thing.
Yeah. We've added some quality of life things, so we've added central locking and locks. You've put E46 cabriolet seats in the front.
Yeah, so we've got working seat belts and stuff like that in it. So because it's not just me driving it, has to be safe. Obviously, if my employees and my friends are going to drive it, then and also it has to be practical because unfortunately, Chevy Minaj, the big booty girl.
What you done?
She's got a blown head gasket.
Oh,
so
definitely is.
Nothing to do with trying to do like 6th gear burnouts.
No, it's been going on for some time, and we've been dealing with its loss of water for a while. We've actually done some pretty long journeys, and it's been okay just topping it up. But it's got to the point where we're off season now. We unfortunately need to expose the heads on the big old Duramax in here. And that probably means taking the front end off. We don't work on stuff like this. There's probably only 3 of these in the country, so maybe our American users can tell us how easy this is going to be, because I don't think it's going to be particularly easy. No. We'll see.
Still quite a truck.
Yeah, that's a project that I think we're starting in possibly end of this week, early next week.
The thing is, we use it so much, not just for towing this trailer.
Yeah.
You had to use the Macan the other day to get the work wheels, and you
I mean,
need it back on the road.
The Macan can tow this trailer, but nothing else can tow this trailer. This trailer only really works with that rig because it's the only thing that's big enough to
exactly
to tow 5 tons
safely or not. Well, as we're stood next to the S15 now, we quickly looked at this. And you talked about it, and it won the competition for your favourite car.
Yeah, out of the 2 cars.
Yep.
Yeah.
Out of the,
not my favourite car. You know,
no, you know what I mean. But like out of your 2 drift cars.
Yeah.
And it was starting to see a Vertex Ridge go on.
Yeah. So it's kind of just sitting here at the moment, waiting for a slot to go to bodywork to do the repair that I did. I damaged the rear quarter a little bit at that Mayhan wall tap that we showed you. But yeah, we're going with a Vertex Ridge kit on this now, which is the old school S15 kit that we had on our first Driftworks S15.
The strongest of looks.
Yeah, and it's just going to be tidied up. It's going to be hopefully nice on the outside.
Have you decided what you're doing with wheels yet?
Yes, I've ordered some.
Excellent.
Not telling you what they are.
We did ask the internet, and
we ignored them completely.
We've almost done what the internet said.
Yeah, well, kind of, but yeah, it's pretty brave. Let's put it that way.
Cool.
So are you doing one in, one out with Gaz? Because Gaz, our painter, currently has your E30. Doesn't he?
He's got my E30 M3 bare shell at the moment, and he's working through the nightmare that is putting paint on that. And
we're going to be able to start bringing you loads more videos on that.
Yeah, I mean that is the big thing for this year. If we're talking about 2018, for me personally, the 30M3 project is something that I absolutely.
We're quite looking forward to doing some actual track diving or hill climbing, which might.
We've been terrible this year, last year, sorry. So this year, real big push forward.
Yeah,
I want to get on one of Peter Gowie's events up in on one of those road hill climbs as well.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that really does look awesome.
Yeah, so track days in that, but also it's going to be presenting at a few normal shows. I imagine we might even take it to like tracks or something. Do some different stuff in a different car, or the same stuff in a different car. I don't know. Our calendar is largely still open, but what we're probably not going to be doing is committing to a full season of drifting in this.
Right.
So
were you pointing at the S15 or the?
In this, yes. I might do it in yours.
Yeah.
Do a full season of drifting in yours. Do you think it would do?
It wouldn't last.
What plans you got for this then? So I saw an Instagram post, which I didn't. I was like, well, yeah, obviously you should raise it because it looks ridiculous.
At the moment, I like it.
There's a bike in
There's
the
a bike in the way. Your bike only has one thing on the front.
One thing. What's that called?
A stalk.
God help us all.
It's called a lefty though. Is that? It is.
It's a lefty, yes.
So at the moment, I'm tucking lip on the back, which would be fine.
If you could go anywhere.
No, it can go anywhere. It can go everywhere I want it to go.
The problem is for me is it just looks a bit wonky. To say the least.
Well, you can't drive it, can you? You asked me the question the other day because we go on. Al and I go on these Sunday drives with the lads, and we'll go and have a big fat bacon sandwich somewhere towards Wales. We never get to Wales. We always intend on getting there, but we always stop because we're hungry. But yeah, we go on these drives down country roads. You asked me if you thought you'd be able to come in this, and I just said absolutely not.
No, because you ground out on every single thing, and it's.
I get stuck on the natural camber in the road. And
so it wouldn't. I don't think it hurts it at all just to bring it up a bit.
It's not exactly going to be. I think the internet may have got it wrong. You're not going to make it high.
I'm not going to make it BDC spec, but I'm going to.
Now I think BDC spec is slightly different now.
Did you see the video of FD Japan of that orange S15?
No, it was bad. Okay.
It looked like
Stop
a monster
being horrible
truck.
about other people's stuff. Talk about your own. So this has now got air cups on the front as well, which is a new product that we're working on. We've got those.
Oh, go on, make it go up and down. Go on.
Is it?
You got charge?
You got the keys. While we're here. So
this is a cool product.
Yeah, this is something that we've got for CS2s. Oh, look at that.
Oh yeah.
And down. So it's just a little air cup that sits above the coilover, so it's full coilover, but it just allows you to get over a speed bump. It's really cool. We've got them for most HSD kits as well now.
It doesn't work on inverted monopros, which is
some of them.
So E92 it works.
Yeah, so some of them it doesn't. It depends on the damper shaft. Obviously, HSD monopros they're a really massive damper shaft. So the air cup itself we'd have to redesign to make
I should also point out that the thing that really I like about this is that this is not air ride, this is for track cars, so your car will still handle awesome on coilovers.
But it's confused a lot of people. We've had a lot of people saying, oh, but I just want to like lower it when I park, and it's like, it's not what it's for. This is
for going up
and over things. Like you can't drive in it.
I've got something. That's yours. Yeah. What are you doing this year? Because me and you have had some conversations about engines and all sorts of funny stuff.
We are trying to convince you to buy a new engine.
Well, we're not. Al convinced himself
with the engine.
Yeah, Al convinced himself that, what is it, 200 horsepower that you've currently got isn't enough?
190 horsepower.
Well, not that it's not enough. It's perfectly fine.
It's plenty, but
why not have...
If the option came up to get an extra 30 horsepower or an extra 60 horsepower
for a mere snip of a bargain.
For a snip, because you're not going to get anything like that for under maybe £7,000 for that sort of stuff.
You could buy an S for that.
Well, I don't know how much the internet knows about the Formula Atlantic engine as well.
That's the word though, isn't it?
It's the engine.
Do you know what that means, Rich?
11,000 RPM.
It's the engine, 11,000 RPM.
It's the engine. It is the engine.
I saw it and I sent it to Al and said, this looks posh.
And you were like, yes, it does. They come up like super, super rare.
Yeah. So you're just working through some ideas, possibilities, for no real reason other than to blow a wad of cash. Sounds like
It's
not quite familiar to me.
Yeah,
But with Man Logic, you couldn't build that engine for the cost it's up for sale for,
nothing
and
like
you could
it.
sell this engine.
Like we sell this engine, and this would make this a pretty spectacular 4-pot Corolla.
Yeah.
I think that would.
But
be.
I mean, it's already pretty rad, and you're just planning on doing more practice days
I'm
with
not
us
going
next
to
year.
exactly.
and-
Just going to
yeah.
enjoy it.
What
Yeah.
is your drifting plans for this year?
I'm gonna
Are you
try
wanting to do more?
I'm going to try and follow Phil out whenever he takes this out somewhere. Really.
Yeah, which I'm going to try and do a lot of as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully you'll see us on track lots this year. Probably mostly at Rockingham, maybe some Teesside and stuff like that. 'cause we do
Absolutely.
like that.
Teesside's good.
And if we
Yeah.
do any like European, like maybe even hill climb, that'd be awesome. in the
Yeah,
year as
yeah,
well.
absolutely.
But anyway, but yeah, that's possible for that. But
And we just, whilst we're looking at cars, people ask about this all the time. This is my E92 M3 donor car for the E30 M3 project. It's basically a slightly damaged E92 M3. The shell is great, so it might come from be useful like in later.
The thing is,
maybe.
it makes logical sense because you were looking for ages for your flappy paddle gearbox thing, weren't you? And actually buying a car with it all in that runs, you can then take it off.
Yeah,
if you're missing bits, you can.
It's very
scavenge them.
electronic, even though the E30 M3 is an old school car. It's having loads of new stuff put in it.
It's
So
it's
then
great.
Back onto the
main girl.
Yeah.
Look at this car here.
What's that?
Random carbon dash popped up against it.
Carbon dash.
Yeah, that's it. That's the carbon dash for the E30.
How heavy is it?
Not very. But yeah, still feeling a bit sorry for itself, missing a few body panels, but we'll get that sorted very easily. We need to order a new wing mirror.
Catch our previous video just before we broke up for details on this and what we're doing.
Still the same, still working, great.
Just needs an oil change and we're good to go.
There we go.
That makes a nice change.
This one is kind of winter, so I don't drive this in the UK with salted roads.
And again, check out our video on the Impala because that was the last time we did.
But so project for this, I think it's got to be subs.
Subs. I really want to do the interior. That's what I want to do, but it's an expensive thing to do right, so I don't know whether I can justify it. We'll see. I want to just be able to drive it for a bit.
Exactly. Just put some miles on it.
We've got to do an oil seal in the back of it still, haven't we?
Oh yeah, so you got to take the engine out again.
Yes. Well, Ross has.
Yeah.
Poor Ross. I man the forklift. Hi Ross. This is LSX powered RX8. Now this, bit of a weird one.
This is
not the video.
Not the most hated car on the internet. This is its twin brother.
Yeah, it's older, better, more powerful, more controversial engine. So this is basically an improved version in every way of the other RX8 LS that we did.
Yeah.
It's actually
really hard to do a burnout in, apparently.
Yeah.
Is that your 2018 resolution?
Yes, that's what it is.
I mean,
as well as to lose some weight, both of us. Yeah. You know, we both got a little.
Are you carrying a little Christmas weight as well?
It's what happens.
Yeah.
You get a bit excited with the
get carried away. I ate. How many did we work it out to be? 150 cocktail sausages in 3 days.
What an unusual statistic.
Yeah, because he told us that he came and told us he'd had 48 cocktail sausages after he'd had his dinner while sitting watching the TV, and I was like, holy crap. And then the next day he came in and said he did exactly the same thing. So
the thing is, it's £2.
I wonder why I'm getting fat.
It's £2 for 50. It's just,
well,
it's a meal.
There you go. So this
thing
car
is actually going to be for sale pretty soon. So this is a mega starting point for a drift car or a mega road car, whatever you want it to be. But
I've had a go in this on the road.
It's
this
insane.
is an awesome road car.
I mean, we are going to do a proper video on this. We're going to take it out on the road and just have a quick look and a quick play.
Yeah,
again,
absolutely.
it's another video coming.
It's a funny thing. These RX8, there's nothing wrong with them as a car whatsoever.
Yeah.
They are a brilliant car. Anyone who thinks the engine is any good whatsoever, and I run also.
in my opinion, is what.
No. Fact coming up.
Yeah.
We run a Mazda track day company.
Yeah.
Every single one we do,
Yeah.
an RX8 blows up.
Yeah. I don't know why the internet. It seems to be particularly people from America. They're so in love with that rotary
The
engine.
Renesis engine.
Like we love
cool rotaries are wicked,
we love RX7.
Like, there's a guy that works next door for Craig, who specialises in that.
Yeah, we absolutely love the proper
incredible
ones, but the engine that comes in an RX8 is absolutely
He is fixing one at the moment, and it just filled the industrial estate.
Its party trick is it revs a bit,
Yeah. But
and that's it.
We've got one of those as well, haven't we? We've got another one hiding around the corner. We've got one, but yeah, you know. And then we're on to this, which is James's Hilux project.
The High Five.
Yeah, the High Five, which has sat here since Anglesey, pretty much.
Since Anglesey, we did a photo shoot for a magazine in it.
A couple of successful outings.
Yep, really good considering it was a brand new build.
However, the seats are an issue and has injured the director.
See, we were kind of having a laugh and a joke in one of the videos that we did about how funny the seating position is. Now it's actually become.
Can you not even get in?
It's actually become a bit more of a serious problem because it has caused James quite a serious injury. I think it's genuinely given him a hernia.
Yeah.
Driving this, I'm not even joking, guys. I think he has a hernia.
He complained.
From driving
he
this.
said it's had a twinge. In a particular area after Matsuri. Which he drove this all day.
The pedal position's really weird, and the seating position's really weird. So I'm kind of not that surprised. But yeah,
it seems such a shame to take the bench seat out, but really,
I know, yeah. Well, for what it does, what he needs to do in it, he needs to be held in place. Yeah. But we're kind of a bit worried at the moment that James might not actually be able to drive this because of this injury. So,
like you've driven it, I've driven it now, and it's the weirdest thing. And the pedals are in completely the wrong. Yeah, it's just
so it needs some further tweaking, and then we need to work out whether it's basically going to send James to hospital or not. So
well, fingers crossed it doesn't, because this is such a lovely car.
It is.
It's a wonderful thing.
This is one of our proudest achievements for 2017. And you know, long may it continue into 18 and beyond.
Yeah, I'm sure you've all seen it, but this is an MX-5 1.8 turbo shoved into a 1972 Hilux.
Yeah, loads of videos on this thing. Anyway,
absolutely. Check it out, the channel. The trailer. What's going on with the trailer? Nothing. Business as usual.
Yeah, that's just sitting there waiting for that to be fixed. And that will be carting around the E30 M3 and the 86 when we use it. We're not saying we're not going to use this, by the way. We're not going to not use the DW86. It's just I am probably not going to enter a whole competitive series. So yeah, we'll probably pop along to a few events here and there, but we're kind of looking to do sort of some more interesting stuff.
Is this going to be its 5th season now?
It's 5th season, but it's probably like, it's now my 15th season of competitive drifting.
You had a year off.
Yeah, so I've had 1 year off in that time, but even that 1 year off, I didn't take it out completely.
You did track those, and stuff like that.
So we're going to do fun stuff in this.
But Team Driftworks, what's Team Driftworks going to be doing? Specifically Martin and Rich.
They're going to be doing BDC, they're going to be repping hard for Driftworks, and they're going to be going for the win. That's the plan.
So we've got an interview with Richard coming up, the last in our trio of end of season reviews, so that will be coming out soon. So catch up with him. But they're going to be doing BDC. We're going to be doing the odd round. But we want to be doing fun stuff. We want to be doing. Not saying BDC is not fun.
No. But we do so much of it, and it's come on leaps and bounds. BDC. It's a great thing to do now. The series is being run exactly how it should be.
It's in a real
we
good
just
place.
want to. We've always said we should go to Gap Bell, we should do this, we should do that. So we're going to try and do those things.
And there's still hordes of people that have never seen this car.
And we want to bring these adventures to everyone else on the internet as well. So we're going to, we've got a couple of format changes for the YouTube channel as well, which were, obviously we've listened to your feedback over we've been putting videos out kind of because we had to put videos out because we wanted to show stuff, what was going on. But thanks to everybody at home who's been watching it and everything like that, we now have a really good idea about what we want to do and bring you more and more.
And if you have any more,
entertain is the idea.
But if you have any more suggestions or don't like the direction things are going, just let us know.
Absolutely. We're also going to see a little bit more about like how to do stuff, which would be pretty
because
cool.
the biggest part of Driftworks, and some people forget, we're a shop,
but we're also reasonably knowledgeable in what we do.
You never see it, but the other side of here, beyond this wall, is another Driftworks, and that is where all the actual stuff happens.
That's what funds all of this.
As much as Starkey likes to pretend he's a bit of a div sometimes, he actually does know some stuff about some things, and
particularly Nissans.
I've picked up a few bits and bobs over the years, and we have some great staff working for us as well. So
Alex knows quite a bit. But so we get asked lots of questions, and we send emails and reply to them. But actually, we could film a video, put it on the internet, and we could send people the video. So we're going to be rolling that out and hopefully helping you guys. And if there's anything in particular you want to see, let us know.
But don't worry, also fun stuff. So
fun stuff.
We'll definitely be rolling out a few events A few events are going to be covered on.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah, if you want to see.
I'm going to just like start filming some track days and stuff. I'm just going like not going sideways that much, but you know, it's going to be fun. Anyway, happy 2018.
2018.
That's it.
We'll see you there, guys.
See you later.
Bye.